Ladies and gentlemen, whatever you're doing, pause it. Because what I'm about to walk you through isn't just shocking tea. It's the type of chaos that grabs you by the neck in the first 3 seconds and refuses to let go. Picture this: a room that feels calm, normal, almost boring. Then suddenly, boom, drama doesn't just happen, it detonates. That explosion. It has a name: Blueface. And the one who lit the fuse, Chrisean's new man. The man no one paid attention to. The one everybody dismissed as background. The quiet shadow who just turned this whole storyline from messy into full-blown cinematic madness. You ever see a fight so intense, so raw, so brutally real that your brain needs a minute to catch up to what your eyes just saw? That's exactly what the internet is spiraling over right now. Because last night, in a twist that looks like it was ripped straight from a scandal-heavy movie, Chrisean's new man didn't just argue with Blueface. He went at him. Not a nudge, not a push, a full swing, full force, full chaos. And when Blueface hit the ground, yeah, he didn't get up looking or acting the same. But here's what has people playing the clip on loop, zooming in frame by frame like digital detectives. What set him off? What pushed a dude who barely posts, barely talks, barely exists online into snapping like a man who's been holding something in for way too long? What did Blueface do or say that finally broke that last invisible line? Because, trust, the rumors swirling right now, they're darker than anything we've seen in this saga so far. If you think this was just a fight, you're late. This was a turning point, a shift, a storm rolling over a sky that was already cracked. Cameras caught every angle. Bystanders screamed. Chrisean froze. And somewhere inside all that noise, a secret slipped out. A secret so big that if it turns out to be true, this whole situation isn't just messy, it's on the edge of becoming something far, far bigger. Stay locked in. Because what comes next? Nobody was prepared for it. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up, because this isn't your average celebrity train wreck. This is the kind of scandal that doesn't just knock it, kicks the door in, sits on your chest and whispers, "You're not ready." You might think you've already seen the worst of the Blueface and Chrisean drama, but this is a whole new level, heavier, darker, more dangerous. The kind of twist nobody, fans, haters, even gossip blogs refreshing timelines every 10 seconds saw coming. It started on a night that should have been nothing. Just another forgettable evening where drama was supposed to be tucked away, doom scrolling like everybody else. But that night had other plans. Because right around 10:13 p.m., yes, people are already timestamp checking this to the millisecond a video dropped online that froze the internet. The kind of clip that makes you blink twice, tilt your phone, zoom in, rewind, pause, swear under your breath, and then hit replay again. And again. In the clip, Blueface, Chrisean, and the man the internet now calls the Silent Storm. Chrisean's new man, the guy who rarely talks, never overshares, barely post-stepped into the spotlight for the very first time. And his first real public move. A punch so fast, so sharp, so viciously clean that even lifelong Blueface haters gasped like they just watched a stunt go horribly wrong in real life. But here's the thing. The punch wasn't even the wildest part. The real shock was everything that led up to it. The unspoken tension you could feel through the screen. Because people who were there claim that before the camera started jerking, before the crowd formed that messy circle, before Blueface's voice hit that mocking pitch he loves to use, something else happened. Something small. Something quiet. Something that flipped a switch inside this new man like the last click on a detonator. Some witnesses say Blueface got too close to Chrisean. Others swear he whispered something under his breath. A few insist they heard him laugh in that disrespectful little way he does. One girl, who swears she was 3 feet away and emotionally traumatized, claims Blueface even grabbed Chrisean's arm like he was trying to drag her aside. Nobody can agree on which version is fully accurate. But they all agree on one thing. Blueface crossed a line he never saw. And when that line snapped, everything else did too. When the video actually kicks in, it starts with Blueface smirking. You know, the smirk. That smug, weaponized little expression that screams, "I own this room." Except not this time. Because staring back at him calm, absolutely still. Built like a warning sign carved out of stone was Chrisean's new man. Tall, frozen, shoulders squared, eyes locked. That kind of stillness that makes grown men think twice before cracking a joke. And for the tiniest fraction of a second, you'll miss it. If you blink, you can see Blueface hesitate. Just for a moment, it's like his instincts clocked something his ego refused to accept. This dude is different. But Blueface doesn't walk away. That's not his brand. His brand is chaos. His brand is poking the bear and then acting surprised when the bear stands up and asks if he's ready for consequences. So he leans in. Two men, too close. Too tense. Too loud in their silence. Every frame screams, somebody is about to get folded. And sure enough, someone does. The punch lands so fast the camera can't keep up. Even with phones trying to mimic NASA-level slow-mo, all you see is a blur and then a crack that cuts through the music. Next thing you know, Blueface is on the ground. Hands fumbling. Knees collapsing. Ego shattering like a cheap glass bottle smashed against a brick wall. Someone screams. Someone yells, "Oh hell, nitrogen monox." Someone else shouts, "Record, record," as if that wasn't already everybody's first instinct. And right there, amid the chaos, Chrisean freezes. And remember, she is not the freeze type. She's the one who jumps into fights, throws herself into the middle of chaos, turns chairs into projectiles, but this time, she just stands there, eyes wide, breathing hitched. Like for the very first time in this entire saga, she saw something she didn't recognize. Something that scared her. Because this wasn't Blueface yelling from across a room. This wasn't Blueface tweeting. This wasn't Blueface trolling for clout. This was real danger right in front of her. Real fists. Real blood. Yes, people are saying he was bleeding somewhere around his eyebrow. Real shock on a face that usually wears arrogance like armor. And here's where it gets even darker. When Blueface hits the ground, his voice changes. Not that usual, "I'm good, I'm tough, I don't care" tone. This one cracks. This is what a man sounds like when he realizes he completely misread the room. But the biggest mystery, the one flooding every group chat right now, is what happened before the punch landed. Some swear they heard him say, "She's still mine." Others say he called the new man soft, a nobody. But the theory that's blowing up TikTok right now? That Blueface brought up something from Chrisean's past. Something she never talks about. Something that made her face change instantly. Whatever it was, that was the spark. The punch. That was the explosion. Now here's the wild part. After Blueface hits the ground, the new man doesn't rush him. Doesn't stomp him. Doesn't yell. He just stands there, chest rising, fists still clenched. Jaw locked. Not proud of what he did. Not apologizing either. Just standing in that heavy space like a man who did exactly what he felt needed to be done. And is still deciding how far he's willing to go. That silent, controlled energy scared people more than the punch itself. Because anyone can swing. Very few can make fear look effortless. The last part of the video shows Blueface trying to get up while the new man stares at him like he's weighing something. Not whether to hit him again. Whether to end it? One shift. One wrong move? One more word. Round 2 would have torn that place apart. But then, something subtle happens. Something almost everyone missed the first time they watched the clip. It's that tiny frame people keep pausing and zooming into now. The people keep pausing and zooming into now. The moment that turns this from a street altercation into, wait, something much bigger is going on here. Because right after Blueface hits the ground, right when the gasps are loudest, right when even the DJ seems to shut the music off, something strange happens. Quiet, intentional. Chrisean steps forward, but not toward Blueface. Not toward the guy bleeding. Not toward the chaos she usually runs straight into like it's her full-time job. She steps toward her new man, slow, careful, like she suddenly realized she was walking toward someone who might be more dangerous than she ever understood. And that right there is what shook the internet. Because for the first time, Chrisean wasn't moving from anger. She was moving from fear. Not fear for Blueface. Fear of what her new man might do next. Fear of a second strike. Fear that if she doesn't pull him back now, he might cross a line he can never come back from. The silence after that was suffocating. The crowd stopped breathing. Blueface didn't move. The camera holding the whole scene suddenly steadies. Like the person behind it realized, I might actually be filming something I shouldn't be seeing. And in that stillness, the new man takes one step back. Just one. But that single step sends a wave of tension through everyone there. Because stepping back isn't always surrender. Sometimes it's a warning, a reset, a way of saying, I'm done for now. You can hear it in the background. He's not done. This ain't over. Blueface picked the wrong one today. And they weren't wrong. Because when Blueface tries to sit up, his hand slips. His vision looks foggy. He opens his mouth to talk, but nothing comes out at first. For once, there's no smirk. No, I'm still that guy swagger. You can almost see the reality check drop on him harder than the punch. Then a shaky voice in the background says, don't let him get up. That one sentence. That's when everything shifts again. The new man's eyes change. Not wild, not frantic, cold, calculating. He looks at Blueface like he's measuring options. Is this over? Or am I just pausing? That's when Chrisean steps in front of him. Her hand hits his chest. Her fingers are shaking. She's not just trying to soothe him, she's trying to hold him back. Not to protect Blueface from pain, to protect the new man from what he might do. From what that might cost him. Stop, she whispers. Please, it's done. He quietly answers, not yet. She fires back. Yes, it is. He shakes his head, slow, final. And that tiny exchange, that's when people around them start panicking. Because everyone suddenly realizes this isn't just about Blueface anymore. There's a new problem now. A man who doesn't chase fame, doesn't care about cameras, isn't performing, isn't joking, isn't scared of consequences. That's the kind of person crowds back away from. You literally hear someone stumbling and knocking over something in the back. Another guy pulls out his phone not to film but to call somebody. Security, police, his mom. Who knows? All we hear is, nah, bro. This dude, different. He ain't like them. He's serious. And just as that panic starts to spread, Blueface finally manages to sit all the way up. His fingers come away from his face with blood on them. His eyes are hazy. But then he does what his ego knows best. He tries to slip back into character. I'm good. I'm good. He doesn't even finish the sentence. Because the new man takes another slow step forward. Not with rage. With intent. The kind of step that wakes up every survival instinct you have. The kind you're not supposed to see outside of nature documentaries. The crowd freaks out again, bro. Chill. Stop. He already down. You made your point. But the new man isn't listening to them. He's not listening to Blueface. He's not even listening to Chrisean anymore. His mind is locked on one thing, the disrespect, the line that got crossed. The past he's clearly been swallowing for way too long. And then Blueface does something that makes everything worse. He laughs. It's not confident. It's strained. But even weak, that laugh is gasoline. The new man's head tilts. His jaw tightens. His shoulders coil. He doesn't have to say a word. His whole body is saying, give me a reason. Before that reason can appear, a handful of people rush in. Not official security, just bystanders smart enough to see where this is headed. They put their hands up, form a wall, and try to pull the situation back from the edge. You good, bro? Fall back. You already won. Let it go. For a moment, it works. The new man steps back again, eyes still locked, breathing heavy. But now there's something new in his face. Not just anger. Something colder. Even Chrisean stops arguing and just stares at him like she's seeing a version of him she's never met before. And that version says nothing. He just looks at Blueface like he's mentally closing a file. But this was not the end. This was just the end of round one. Because when everyone thought the worst was over, that's when the real storm started. While the new man cooled off, while the crowd started to relax, while Chrisean tried to breathe again, Blueface did what he does best. He opened his mouth. And the second he did, everything cracked back open. He didn't talk like a man humbled. He talked like a man cornered, desperate, grasping for control. He wiped the blood off, used the wall to stand, pointed straight at the new man and said, "You think this over? You've got no idea what I know." And just like that, fists were no longer the weapon. Secrets were. He wasn't threatening another punch. He was threatening exposure. Buried stories. Hidden dirt. The kind of things people do not want spoken aloud on video. Instantly, the new man stopped stepping back. His energy changed. Not fight. Calculate. Chrisean snapped at Blueface. "Don't start." "Not today." Blueface smirked through the blood. "Oh, I already started." The new man stepped closer, not to swing, but to stare him down like he was reading every intention behind that smirk. Sensing he'd hit a nerve, Blueface pushed further. "You want to act like you better than me? Like you clean. I know things. I know what you did. I know what you don't know." The crowd gasped. "Bro, don't do this." He about to start something crazy. Even the person recording dips their phone for a second like they're deciding whether. They want to be responsible for posting what might come next. Chrisean yells, voice shaking, "Stop. Both of y'all, just stop." But Blueface is locked in. He points again and says, "You ain't who you pretend to be." And then from the crowd, another voice jumps in. "I heard something too." That one random sentence. That's all it took. Suddenly, it wasn't just Blueface versus new man anymore. It was, wait, what do they know? Phones go back up, every angle capturing every word. Questions start flying. What did he do? Is this about Chrisean? Is this about the new guy? Is there something even worse going on? The new man raises his chin and delivers one line, quiet, steady, dangerous. Say it? "I dare you." And here's the thing, Blueface doesn't say it. Not because he doesn't want to, but because even in that bruised, bloody state, he understands something. There are hits you can survive to the face. There are hits you can't survive to your life. He clenches his jaw, looks away for a split second, and mutters, "You know what you did?" Then turns like he's about to walk off. And that was the mistake. Because if there's one thing the internet hates, it's half information. You know what you did is like handing the timeline a loaded gun and walking away. The crowd erupts. Say it then. What did he do? Don't walk away now. Before anyone can push it further, the new man leans closer and says softly, "If you lie, I finish what I started. If you tell the truth, I finish worse." Blueface's whole expression changes. That wasn't a threat. That was a prophecy. People start dragging him back, pushing him away from the edge. "Chill, bro. Let it go before." Away from the edge. "Chill, bro. Let it go before you ruin yourself." But Blueface isn't letting it go. He shouts, "This ain't over. Y'all gonna see the truth soon. I swear it." That audio? Already the most replayed soundbite on the internet. Because the internet loves the truth is coming more than the truth itself. Meanwhile, the new man says nothing. He just takes Chrisean by the wrist, turns away from the chaos, and walks off with a calm that makes him look scarier than any punch ever could. The crowd parts like they're moving out of the path of a storm. Blueface watches them leave bloody, breathing hard, holding himself up with borrowed strength. But his eyes? Those aren't the eyes of a winner. Those are the eyes of a man who just stumbled into something way bigger than he expected. Because now it's no longer about who threw the first hit. It's about secrets, threats, reputation, and a new man who isn't scared of any of it by the time the night ends. 3 things happen almost at once. A leaked DM starts circulating online. A voice memo from a witness goes viral. Blueface posts a cryptic message. They think I'm the villain, but wait till y'all see the real one. That last line. Yeah, that was lighter fluid on everything. Because Blueface may have walked away bruised. The new man walked away unbeaten. And Chrisean. She walked away stuck between two battles she never wanted. Now the whole world is watching, refreshing, speculating. Because this story, it's not wrapping up. It's just getting started. And the truth, real or manufactured, is about to hit the timeline hard. If you've been riding this chaos from the beginning, you already know it's only getting wilder. So if you don't want to miss the next twist, the next leak, the next viral clip that breaks the internet all over again, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notifications. Stay tapped in. Because this saga, it's not slowing down.